Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do an unboxing video for a very special plant. And this plant I actually won in an auction, and I'm very happy because I've been looking for this plant for a while. So let's unbox it. Ooh, it's very well packed. I obviously took out the address because there's a lot of creepy people out there, huh? Yeah, there's some really creepy people out there. So let's see. So I got this plant from a very reputable nursery called Carnivorous. Shout out to Carnivorous. Anyways, this here. Well, they gave me 2 business cards. They gave me this nice instruction packet. Very good. Soil and potting, watering, light, temperature, humidity, fertilizer and feeding, post-shipping acclimation tips. Very good. It's very nice. Because I've gotten a lot of carnivorous plants, and a lot of the time they have no instructions, so you literally have to be Googling how to take care of them. Alright, very well packed with some shipping peanuts. Here it is. Nepenthes veitchii. It comes bare root because I think that's the best way to ship Nepenthes without having to pay a lot of money on shipping. if it's a pot specimen, but here it is. Here's the sticker. Nepenthes veitchii barrio form. The barrio form is actually my favorite form of Nepenthes veitchii because it's ground growing, doesn't get as massive, and it makes these beautiful squat pitchers. This particular clone is from Exotica Plants, and it has this beautiful squat pitcher with a candy striped peristome, which is the pitcher lip. And these plants, well, these plants are originally native to Borneo. You know, not this particular clone, the one that was seed grown by Exotica Plants for its beautiful traits. Originally, Nepenthes barrio was native to Borneo. It will grow in intermediate elevations to highland elevations. So if you want to get the best coloration out of your Nepenthes veitchii barrio form, you're gonna want to provide it with some cool nights. That's when they get the best pitcher color. If you grow it in lowland conditions, it will grow, but it won't have as nice of a coloration, from what I've heard. But this one's very nice. This was grown from a batch of seeds called the Nepenthes veitchii M form, Nepenthes veitchii barrio M form, which is a very nice form. So anyways, let's remove this. I have to pot it later. I just want to show you guys what it looks like. Usually there's a little, something tying it up here. Let's see, some tape. Yeah, so this Nepenthes, since it's from Borneo, it comes from a rainforest. And not just any rainforest, a mountain rainforest. So when you're growing it, you want to make sure you provide it with adequate humidity. They really like high humidity, so that's something very important. These happen to be terrestrial, so they're not really gonna need epiphytic soil mixes, but I'm gonna grow this in some sphagnum moss from New Zealand, some long fiber sphagnum moss, which you can get on Amazon for really cheap. And I'm gonna water this whenever the soil is moist to the touch, like a little damp, but not like super wet, like it just flooded type of wet. So that's kind of what I'm gonna be doing for watering. This does have some really nice fuzzy leaves, and they're kind of succulent, so it can really tolerate a lot of conditions. Here it is. Here is, let me try to focus on this. So this lip that you see on the picture is called the peristome, And this is a very slippery part of the pitcher where insects will land on, and since it's so slippery, they're going to slip into the digestive enzymes and fluids that are found here on the bottom of the pitcher. This lid produces nectar and it has beautiful colors, and the insects will come eat here, and it has downward pointing hairs that will make them slide down. And then the inside of the pitcher itself is very slippery because it has these cells that act as a waxy coating that kind of fall off when insects try to grab onto the walls, and then they just fall to their doom and they get digested and become more of this beautiful plant. They become some nitrogen for the plant. These plants can be fertilized. Not recommended to fertilize the soil unless you have experience. I just use Maxi. I use 1/8 of a tablespoon per gallon, and I just spray the leaves and get some in the pitchers. I try not to add too much in the pitchers because the pitchers can actually wilt and then they look ugly, and then the whole purpose of having these plants is to look at the beautiful pitchers. These pitchers are actually modified leaves. They take a while to develop. This part right here is actually a pseudo leaf, the green part. The true leaf is actually the pitcher. And the pitcher grows on a tendril. Usually most species use the tendril to make the pitcher and also to climb because they are tropical lianas, they're vines. But Nepenthes barrio is actually a special type of Nepenthes because it doesn't really climb. I can't speak. It doesn't actually climb. It's terrestrial, and it's very different from other Nepenthes veitchii, which are known as epiphytes. They actually attach to trees and they hug the trees as if a person was, it's almost like a person hugging a tree. They look like they're hugging the tree with the leaves. It's really cool. And these plants are actually related to Nepenthes truncata and Nepenthes rhopcanthii. They have very similar pitcher morphology, very flared peristomes. Although the Nepenthes truncata and Nepenthes rhopcanthii actually come from the Philippines, this comes from Borneo. They are related. They're very closely related, it seems. But look at that beautiful plant. Look at that beautiful tubby pitcher. Look at that. It's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. This one came with 3 beautiful pitchers. And look at the fuzz. Look at the hairiness on it. I don't know if you guys can see it well. You see how hairy it is? It's beautifully hairy. Yeah, they call this indumentum. That means it's just hairy. It has hairs on it. The hairs actually help it gather more humidity. which is why a lot of these hairy Nepenthes are a little easier to grow indoors as opposed to the ones that are hairless. Those need a little bit more humidity. I like to spray my Nepenthes about 3 times a day, and I make sure to spray them during the daytime so the water can evaporate and so it doesn't cause them to rot from the growing tip, which is this part. The most important part of your plant is the growing tip. If you get water on that and it sits on it overnight, it might rot the crown. And since these tend to grow monopodial, like from one point, that's not good. You don't want to rot the center. It might be able to resprout another growing point from the base, one of the dormant nodes, but you don't want to test that out. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed my beautiful Nepenthes veitchii barrio form from Exotica Plants. It's gorgeous. I can't wait to pot this up. I am so excited. Look at the picture. Let's do a nice, slow showing of this beautiful peristome. It looks like candy. It's crazy. It just looks like candy. Okay. Bye guys. Thank you for watching. Bye. I know I just said goodbye, but I want to show you what the plant looks like after I potted it into an orchid pot. Look at how beautiful it looks when it's potted up. This pot really complements the plant. I put it in some beautiful long fibered sphagnum moss. Just look at that beautiful, beautiful picture. She's one of its brothers. Nepenthes lowii times ventricosa, aka Nepenthes brixiana. Look at that. Ooh, look at that. Right, I swear this is the time I say goodbye for real. Bye.